Auction status and deadline extension. The .pi domains auction initially launched on Pi Day, March 14, 2025, and scheduled to end on June 28, 2025, was officially extended to September 30, 2025. This extension gives the pioneers more time to secure and build on .pi domains. The Pi core team announced the extension via their social media platforms, emphasizing that the additional time supports innovation and encourages broader participation among developers and users. How the auction works and reminder features. Auction mechanics. Each domain's auction can extend by 24 hours if a new bid is placed during the final bidding window. Pioneers can bid using a claimable balance with the bids withdrawable before the auction ends. Exchange holders participate via custom wallet addresses and receive refunds only after the auction concludes. Let's talk about new features. A standalone .pi domains auction app has been introduced, we know it, moving separate from the Pi wallet, presenting real-time bidding stats, cleaner UI, search capabilities, and an email notification to alert users about domain activity. What can you do in this stage as a pioneer? First, you have to launch the Pi domains auction app through the Pi browser to browse domains and place bids. You have to keep an eye out for the email alert system, which will streamline your tracking of bids and domain activity. If you're developing within the Pi ecosystem, consider securing a relevant .pi domain before the extended deadline. If you're developing the Pi ecosystem, consider securing a relevant .pi domain before the extended deadline. Do you sometimes ask yourself if .pi domains auction will help the growth of the Pi ecosystem as well as the Pi's value? The answer is yes. Yes, the .pi domains auction can significantly help grow Pi ecosystem, but only if the domains are actually developed and not just held. Here is how it could boost growth. First, it creates a localized Pi internet. Owning a .pi domain means developers can build websites, apps, and services inside the Pi browser, which is powered by Pi Network's blockchain. This also builds a self-contained economy where pioneers visit .pi sites, spend Pi, and keep activity within the network. Second, encourages Dapps development. Startups and individuals can secure memorable names like shop.pi, news.pi, and turn them into working Pi Dapps. More apps, more transactions, more real-world use cases for Pi. Just like .com domains made the early internet attractive to businesses, .pi domains made it appealing for people to build in Pi's environment. With unique services running on .pi, pioneers have more reasons to stay active daily. Fourth is potential for branding and business identity. Businesses can establish a clear Pi identity. Imagine pizza.pi, for example, for ordering with Pi, or Mac.pi for peer-to-peer trade. This supports a professional ecosystem rather than a purely experimental one. At the time when all of these things are implemented, there is no doubt that Pi will be usable, will be used by many people, and the number of pioneers will increase over the world, and the usability as well as to increase the value of Pi. But there is a caution. If most buyers just hold domains without building anything, growth will be slow. The real impact comes from active usage, not just ownership. And through the participation after building different applications that will be active and people just we get access on those apps, ordering things, asking for services in online, decentralized apps in the Pi ecosystem. And after the auction, many companies that are running on Web 2 platforms just will change into Web 3 by the help of the Pi ecosystem. Near in the future, we are going to witness just the rapid growth of the Pi's value as well as the usage of Pi all over the world and in different countries. You know the reason why Pi ecosystem is something that we cannot ignore? Do you know about this .pi domains auction and how many companies that are already placing their bids? Let us look at the stats, the current statistics of this .pi domains auction. Here we go in the Pi browser.
Here we go in the Pi browser and we'll find everything in the domains here. Then as it is opening, secure your Pi domain if you want. If you want to run an online business in the Pi ecosystem, please, it's your time to secure your Pi domain. If you're already doing online businesses, you offer services, joining Web3 in the Pi ecosystem is something which will attract many pioneers who are already mining Pi, who hold Pi, to find you easily because you will be having .pi domain. But before we can even search for some big companies in the world that are already in this auction, let us first see the statistics. Statistics at the bottom there. Now, when you place the statistics, the first page is most bids. Most bids, there are 10. We have 10.pi, Tesla.pi, Amazon.pi, One.pi, have Samsung.pi, Toyota.pi, Google.pi, Apple.pi, Trent.pi, 50.pi. These are most bids, and the bids placed are there. The number of bids, 10.pi, 208 bids are placed. Tesla, 200 are placed. And the highest bids that are placed on each .pi domain name we see. Now here we have highest price. When we go there, the highest price, we know that Amazon.pi is the domain which is highly placed. Amazon is the first one on which many people placed their bids. Amazon.pi is the first domain to have the highest bid placed on it. As we see, those Pi are placed on Amazon.pi, then Tesla, then Coupang.pi. We have Samsung also.pi, Apple.pi, Alibaba, Atomy.pi, Collier, you see, Temu.pi, and Game.pi. And here we have the number of bids that are placed on this .pi domains, we see. And when we look at here, trending, in trending, there are the names that are currently trading, and they are telling us that the data is updated every 15 minutes. When the new bids are placed, everything is refreshed after every 15 minutes to give the current updates about the statistics in .pi domains auction. Now, going back to search there, then you can search any company of your country to see if it joined this .pi domains auction, and I show you that most of the big companies over the world that are already running in the internet, in Web 2, are wanting to join this Pi ecosystem. Tesla, when you write Tesla there, then you search, you find, the bids that are placed, and you find that, they are showing even the days that are remaining, even hours and seconds. So they are telling the pioneers and everyone just who wants to join this auction that the time is running, and it's time they also place their own bids. Example, we see Facebook. Let's write Facebook there. Then you see the bids that are placed on this name Facebook, and they even show us that there are 20, there are 20 more bids not shown. So they show 3 first bids, and they tell you just the highest bids. So if you want also to place your bid on this name, you can increase on the bids that were placed before you. So when you try to find, the companies that you think are already in the Pi, or to find if they are in the Pi, you can write everything here. Then you search and you'll find that the big companies are already in this .pi domains auction.